around when it was okay in California in 2008, right? So what happened? So here's what happened. We've gotten to be citizens of the United States of America, equal to everybody. Is that good or what? Today, it's okay to be gay. It started out in 2003 with Lawrence versus Texas. It invalidated the laws that made sexual intimacy between our people, same-sex people, not a criminal act. But while Lawrence confirmed the dimensions of freedom that allows individuals to engage in intimate association without criminal liability, it does not follow that freedom stops there. Outlaw to outcast may be a step forward, but it does not achieve the full provisions of liberty. That was one of the things that Kennedy said in his decision today, and it was just fabulous. So outlaw to outcast, okay? That's what we got in Lawrence. Outlaw to outcast, okay? So then we wound up after our 1969, this is, the anniversary of Stonewall is what? Monday, right? And we had the anniversary of Windsor 2 years ago today. We had Lawrence was 2003. That was also today. So we should have this as Gay Day. We should talk to our president, right? Do you think we should start a petition? This should be Gay Day, 26th of June, every year from now on. So yeah, every day it should be a gay day. So prior to Lawrence, our love was criminalized and despised. Thereafter, we were marginalized and ostracized. Today, we have been recognized and legalized in our relationships and granted the right to marry.
Testify.
Right? Testify. So now what does that mean to us? Well, we've got a few things that are going to happen. Kentucky was right on board, and they've opened up, and everybody can get married in Kentucky. So they're fine. They're on board. That doesn't mean that's the same thing in all of the other states. The rest of them, some of the other ones are not so much. I don't know if you guys remember, but there used to be a case called Brown versus the Board of Education in Topeka, Kansas, that said that, we needed to all be equal. Well, I grew up in Richmond, Virginia, and they desegregated our school system in 1972. Brown versus Board of Education was in 1954. Okay, so separate wasn't equal in where I grew up. All right, so we have a lot to do, and it's not necessarily, we need to celebrate our joy today. Feel the joy today, okay? Happy, happy, joy, joy today. But that doesn't mean that we won't have some work to do, and our brothers and sisters can tell you that that's the case, right?
We'll do it.
All right, but today is a brilliant, brilliant day. We've also got to decide what are we going to do with domestic partnership and civil unions. What are we going to mean with that now? Do we need to have those anymore? It also gets rid of, do we need to have adoptions for same-sex couples that have children in wedlock? That gets rid of that business, doesn't it, Reba?
That's one piece of business I'm happy to let go of. Right? I love my babies, I love my clients, and I love the fact that 2 women or 2 men can get married, they can have a baby, and if that baby happens when they're married, that's their baby. Okay? Yes.
And that will be recognized, then our children will be recognized as our children. We will be their parents in every state of the Union on all of our territories, as of today. Supposedly, that might not exactly happen. There are going to be some states that are going to go, but where can they go? The Supreme said it. However, laws change slowly in some states. But we are equal today. So the court decided today that we need the equal protections of the law, and the 14th Amendment gave us that we needed to have marriage equality because of due process and equal protection. So, both things. It didn't describe what marriage is, contrary to what the dissent said. Marriage isn't about describing what is a marriage. It was about, are we equal under the laws? Do we get equal protection? Do we get due process? And Kennedy was very, very, very adamant in deciding that we're not deciding what marriage is between a man and a woman, between 2 people who love each other. He described the history of marriage and the ways that it has evolved over the years. Women are no longer chattel. Did you know that? Oh, my God. I can't give Reba to some man and say, hey, honey, you need to marry this fella because guess what? We need to have a union between you and that sucker over there, okay? Women are no longer chattel. Marriage has changed, right? So it has evolved. However, Justice Kennedy was very, very sharp in his opinion. He wrote it very eloquently. It's a wonderful opinion. It's only 30 pages. If you get a chance, read it, because there's great language in it. It's got beautiful, beautiful language. Doesn't describe marriage, but it describes the rights that are given to us under the 14th Amendment. Due process of the laws. They can't deprive us of our life and liberty in pursuit of happiness without due process of the laws, and they've been doing it, and they can't do it anymore after today, and they can't describe us of the equal protection of the laws, and they've been doing that, and they can't do it anymore after today. That's what this decision said. And my wife wants to say something, and she's giving me the, how. She does. You know how she does, right?
I just want to say that lawyers are the only people who can write 30 pages and call it a brief. Okay? The happiest day of my life, probably when my son was born and the day that I married this woman. And I'm just so happy that we're here today. And I really have nothing to add to what she said, just that I'm so proud of her because she got me into law. And we're all here together, one big family, one human family. Got any wrap up?
Yeah, I just have a couple of things to wrap up. It was a little disappointing that the decision today was 5-4, Loving versus Virginia, which also didn't describe marriage, but described who can get married and who can't be prevented from getting married. Was a unanimous decision, and it's too bad our court didn't decide unanimously that people should not be denied their life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. That's a sad state of affairs. That's a problem, but this president today was very eloquent in his speech. He said the slow, steady efforts propelled by a consistent effort and dedicated people rewarded us with justice that arrived with a thunderbolt. And that's what we got today. And it's a happy day. Happy, happy, joy, joy. Thank you very much for letting me share. If y'all have questions, let me know.